I love money, I love bags, I love cars, turbo stack. I want Louis double V. I want Prada for my feet. I love curtains made of silk. Wrap my body like some milk. I want all the latest wear. What bitch said that life's unfair? I like the finer, finer, finer things in life. I like the finer, finer, finer things in life.
Welcome back to my channel, you guys, and I am so excited about today's video. Let's get into it, this beautiful look that I created for V-Day. So jumping right in, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. primer. This one is a putty, and I believe it's the matte finish one. And I'm going to apply this all over her face, literally from her forehead, her cheeks, all the way to her chin. I'm also going to apply this really good on her nose because a lot of times that's the problem area where a lot of oils tend to, come through people's skin. Starting with brows, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I'm just going to lightly fill in imperfections on her brow because she really has really nice brows, so I don't have to do too much to her brow. And I'm also going to do this to the other side of her brow. Again, look at that, really perfect full brows, you guys. So again, I'm just lightly filling in little areas that's imperfected. And then I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to blend everything in nicely. Going into my, I think, P. Louise base today, I'm just going to carve out her eyebrow, you guys. And as you can see, I'm taking my time because I really want this to be very neat so that when I apply down her shadows, it blends seamless and nicely. So yes, definitely take your time, watch your pressure, and just make sure you disperse all of the product evenly, and literally your base is going to be the perfect base to apply eyeshadow. So again, I'm just lightly just sculpting her brows, and then I'm going to go in with a buffing brush, and to also just make sure everything is evenly dispersed, I'm just going to buff everything in. And I'm going to do the same thing to her other brow. Just neatly carve everything out, and literally you won't go wrong, you guys. And plus she got hyperpigmentation on her eyelid, so this is going to help give a nice defined base. And I know it's super light, but there's a reason for it because I really want her eyeshadows to really show up nicely. You'll see as we get toward the end of this video. So I'm going to go in with my Colorgurlz palette, and I'm taking that pretty burnt orange shade. It's almost like a pinkish shade, and I'm going to apply that in a pattern motion onto her eyelid, the upper part brow of her eyelid. And I'm just going to do little windshield wiper and circular motion so that everything is, evenly blended. And I'm going to do that to her other eye as well. And again, just watch your pressure, you guys, and literally your eyeshadow looks will be neat and flawless, period. So I'm going to go into this pretty burnt orange shade. I believe this is my Morphe palette that I'm using, and I'm just going to apply this all over her eyelid, literally. And literally, if you want, you can use one brush for this eyeshadow look, y'all. But I'm pretty like a neat freak, so you will see me go in, and I don't know if I kept that in, but I believe I went in with a cleaner brush just to make sure everything was blended nicely. But I'm going to also apply that same shade onto her other eye. And again, it's good to work, do everything together, and I promise you it'll be nice and neat. And then I'm going to go in with this pretty chocolate brown shade and apply that on top of that last shade because I just really want to deepen the eyeshadow shade. As you guys can see, I'm just deepening it. And literally, just look at how the black is going to show because, the more browns you apply, the deeper the shade is going to look. So I'm going to go in with a deeper brown and just to deepen it even more because I really want that black shade, which is the last shade, to really look good on top of all of those shades. So that's what I'm doing here, you guys. I'm really just building up the product step by step, as you can see. Like, especially if you want this look to be flawless, definitely take my advice and do step by step, and you'll achieve this look. And then I'm just going to do this again to her other eye. going into my Nars foundation. And again, everything, guys, will be listed in the description box down below for you. So I believe I'll even list her shade for you guys that may be her skin tone. And I'm just going to just buff this into her skin. And when I say her skin is beautiful, like she literally don't have a lot of texture. So her application is going to look so flawless, airbrushed, and it's just gonna give skin, because this is literally a perfect shade for her. And so I'm just buffing this into her forehead, you guys. And I'm being careful around her brows because you don't want to mess up the brows. And though it looks like I'm being harsh, I'm not. I'm literally just petting everything into her skin. And now, you guys, I'm just going to go in with my Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. Again, everything is in the description box because I definitely don't remember the name of this particular shade. And I'm just going to apply this everywhere on her nose, alongside her nose. And I'm going to also go in with my Maybelline age rewinder because I wanted to brighten this a little bit more, and I like the coverage that it gives. So you'll see here in the next clip, I'm going to go in with my age rewind just to brighten it a little bit more. And I'm going to apply this over the Can't Stop, Won't Stop for extra coverage. And again, you don't have to do this, you guys. This is very optional, but I just know the look I was going for. So again, just reapplying that over those areas, along her nose, on her Cupid's bow area, on her forehead, as well as her chin. Moving along, you guys, I'm going to go in with my foundation sticks by Black Opal. I believe this is mocha or even ebony. I love these pretty much like they my go-to, my holy grails, because they do really well on women of color. And so I'm just going to go in and contour every area you see me touching. And then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to blend everything together. Literally her nose contour into her cheek contour. And, you know, I'm just literally going to do a light tapping motion and just lightly buff everything into her skin. And it's going to give that airbrush, you know, finished look. And I don't know about y'all, but I love a airbrush look. So you'll also see me go in later with a beauty blender just to, you know, soften up any harshness, because sometimes the brush don't give it justice. But yes, I'm just going to tap everything, and literally it's just going to spread as you tap. You shouldn't have to swipe or anything, y'all. So I'm going to blend in her forehead highlight as well as her chin, and then literally, you guys, it's going to give what it's supposed to give, period. So like I mentioned before, I'm just going in with my beauty blender just to blend out any creases under her eye right before I set it, because like it's so important that you blend those areas, because it will leave like that mark on their under eye. And so I'm going to go in with my contour brush and then just buff everything together, literally her contour into her highlighted areas. And literally take your time and watch your pressure, and don't be afraid. Like, I feel like you should blend more, literally, like don't be afraid. I honestly feel like when you go back and forth between your contour brush and highlight brush, everything is going to blend out airbrush. Just trust the process, like literally. And now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to set her highlighted areas. Literally everything on her face pretty much is going to be set, like her forehead, her nose, her chin, like even her contour areas is going to be set. I don't believe I showed the contour areas off camera, but definitely set those areas as well, you guys. So next I'm gonna, you know, pretty much set her mouth area. And you guys, one of the things I really like to do also is to set alongside the cheek. And you'll see here in just a second, I'm going to go ahead and pretty much set that under part of her cheekbone. And that's also gonna clean up the contour if it get a little wild, a little crazy. Just pretty much set everything. And then I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place bronzer, which is my holy grail, my go-to. Like this one I believe is the medium shade. It's 3 different shades that you can choose. Just pretty much go in and warm up the face with your bronzer. I feel like bronzers are a necessity. Literally, you need this to give also that airbrush finish foundation look. And it's going to also warm up the skin, you guys, because we don't want to look like we're casket ready, but we want to be ready, period. And so I'm just going to bronze up her forehead as well. And I'm just lightly just brushing everything on. So definitely watch your pressure. I can't stress that enough, you guys. And now I'm going to go in with my Glow palette. This is by Anastasia as well. And I'm just going to highlight her cheeks ever so lightly. Ever so lightly. Because we don't want unrealistic glows anymore. It's 2023, y'all. So let's get it together. And I'm also going to highlight her nose just a little bit. Ever so lightly. Just highlight those areas because I love just how that looks in photos. And I mean, and even in real life, it looks really good. So if it's your preference, definitely do it. Then I'm going to go in with my blush. This is by Colorgurlz, and I'm just going to apply this pretty pinkish, and it's pretty dark, so it looks good on darker skin tones. So I'm just going to buff that in, and it's also going to help blend her glow highlight. And then I'm going to set, yes, we must saturate her skin. We must get rid of all of the dust that's sitting on her face from the different products you use. And it's going to give that skin finish look. I feel like people that don't set, it's crazy. And then I'm going to go in with my Lippy by MAC. And I'm just going to, you know, kind of outline her lips. And I did overdraw on her lips because we want her lips to look a little fuller. And I'm going to go in with pretty much my Colorgurlz Lippy. And it's pretty much like a cream glossy. It's so frosted and pretty, you guys. I'm just going to go in with that to also act as her lipstick. She pretty much told me her lips are pretty dry in the winter. So I'm just going to go in with that pretty frosted pink shade. And literally, I love how this turned out, you guys. Definitely take your time. And yeah, your lippy will turn out flawless. Now I'm going in with my Wet n Wild, I believe, eyeliner. Or it's either, and you know what? I've actually end up switching to my Sephora eyeliner because I really love that eyeliner, you guys. It's so bomb. Definitely get it. It's $12. It's a great investment. And so I just went in and just did her a small wing liner because with the black, you really can't see it, but I feel like it helped enhance the look. So definitely go in with a liner as well. And then I'm going to pop on her lashes. And I believe I got these from off of Amazon. And I'm finally getting to the point where I'm going to share with you guys. So everything will be down below. And lastly, you guys, I'm going to go in with my eye mascara. And then just apply this to finish off the look. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new. Catch me in my next video. Bye, you guys.
I say, yeah, other girls I wanna meet up. 1 second thought that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper. Spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time. She's out the door, I gotta go for mine. If it don't say yeah. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. Oh yeah. Let's pretend the flow was ours. You say you don't really dance.